Assalamualaikum and a pleasant morning to you. I would like to invite all the audience to have their seats before the event begins, since the ceremony will begin shortly. Also, please double check that everyone has signed up the registration table, and our ushers may be waiting to you to direct you to your seats. Your help is much valued. Thank you very much. Announcing to the arrival of our guest of honor, Mrs. Davina Veronica, media partners, fellow bloggers, and all our beloved guests. Before we proceed the events, please switch your phone to the silent mode. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here on this very fine morning to commemorate Animal Welfare Day. Praise to God, praise to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. We have been graced by the chance to gather in this momentous event. Honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to brief you a little on what Animal Welfare Day is. World Animal Day is observed every 4th of October, and this commemoration began firstly in Florence, Italy, 1931 at Convention of Ecologists. On this day, animal life in all kinds of forms are appreciated, and special events are planned in various locations around the world. For this reason, this event is dedicated as a celebration and socialization for civil society regarding animal welfare and animal rights. I am the Master of Ceremony, Unaisah, and a part of the Garda Satwa Indonesia. Allow me to introduce the agenda that we will go through. The first agenda is the opening and overview about World Animal Day commemoration. Then, at 9 a.m., we would like to have Animal Welfare Socialization by Davina Veronica. And after that, we have a coffee break within 15 minutes. And we would like to have a campaign socialization by Garda Satwa Indonesia. And then at 11 a.m., there is question and answer session. Lastly, to end today's activity, there will be closing. Therefore, preceding today's special event, and without further ado, I would like to invite our honorable guest, Ms. Davina Veronica, as CEO of Garda Satwa Indonesia, to give the speech of socialization. Mrs. Davina Veronica, you are welcome. Thank you, Mrs. Veronica. That was an awe-inspiring speech. Audience, please give applause to Mrs. Veronica. Let me summarize your incredible speech, Mrs. Veronica. And so far, what I can conclude is animal welfare focuses on animals' well-being and promotes human treatment through the use of regulated care-taking procedures, medical care, and physical and mental health consideration. In short, they should be handled with respect, and abuse and neglect are unacceptable. While animal rights emphasize that animals should have the same right as humans, and that they should never be used for human advantages. And in this case, Mrs. Veronica, this is founded on the premise that animals should be able to spend their lives free of human interference and exploitation, right? Let me list out the point of the common happening regarding animal issues, Mrs. Veronica. Unfortunately, as you say, there are animal issues while there is really happening in front of us. What we should do as a society is to face the problem. As you said, firstly, what animals should be in wild natures. Secondly, please adopt. For cats and dogs, don't buy. Please adopt. Lastly, cats, dogs, bats, are not for consumption. Please be aware to non-consumption animal exploitation for human nourishment practices. Once again, thank you to the speaker who have provided the understanding of the socialization. Entering the next agenda. In the next 15 minutes, we will have a coffee break. Please enjoy your break. Dear honorable guests, we would like to continue our next agenda in 5 minutes. Please cooperate in cleanliness, and if you found garbage around you, please put in its place. Moving on to the next agenda. The campaign of animal welfare. I would like to invite Global Animal Welfare Organization to promote their campaign Act for Animal. Give them applause, please.
We want a world where all animals are recognised as sentient, as organisms with feelings, with lives that really matter.
We want to stop the importation of young and poorly puppies bred abroad.
We want an end to the export of farmed animals that suffer cramped and distressing journeys.
We want pet cats to be microchipped by law so they can be united with their families if they are lost or stolen.
We want effective laws to protect horses and donkeys which are properly enforced.
And end the horse problem for good by using engagement to change attitudes.
We want to see a ban on the importation of cruel wildlife products, such as fur and hunting trophies.
We want a ban on the trading and keeping of primates and other exotic wild animals who suffer so much in conditions where their needs can never be met.
We want animal welfare taught as part of the national curriculum so that future generations are kinder.
We want to see an end to dogs being labelled as dangerous and punished simply because of the way they look.
We want to see chickens reared in good health and better conditions, hens out of cages, and a ban on sows being kept in crates where they can barely move.
We want to ban the sale and use of snares, which are indiscriminate and cause immense animal suffering.
We want animal welfare to be considered when making policy and trade deals so our standards are protected.
We want all of this, but we want more.
We have a once-in-a-generation opportunity to change the way we rear, live and work with animals.
To redefine our relationship with animals for the benefit of us all.
To work with government to build an animal welfare strategy we can all be proud of.
We want to strengthen the Hunting Act.
The government has promised to act now for animals. We'll be here to make sure they do.
As one of the series of events, I hope everyone in this occasion will participate on this campaign, Act for Animal, as a sign of respect and to commemorate World Animal Day. We jump into the next agenda, question and answer session. For audience who have questions, please reach out the closest ushers next to you, and they will give you letters to you to write down the questions. Now I have questions on my hand, and for the first question from one of our respected audience, the question is how we carried out a campaign when there is a celebration culture in which there is the practice of eating dogs and cats. Shouldn't we have a cross-cultural attitude and must respect? So, to reiterate what the speaker said about this answer, I can conclude that this culture is something that is against animal rights and the power of cultural law under the rule of the government law. Next, the second question from our audience, how we can tell our closest relatives who thinks that animals are just animals, that animals have rights. I think that's all the question that we can take because of the limited times. And as saying goes, to every beginning there is an ending. And now the event has come to an end. Once again, thank you everyone for gracing our event with your presence. We truly appreciate it. On behalf of the organizing committees, I would like to apologize if we have done any mistakes throughout the event. I end my duty as a master ceremony for today's event with wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. All VIPs and guests are invited for a refreshment. The refreshment station at the bars are located on your right side. Thank you.